The US just told the UK that they're no longer considered an elite fighting force, saying the army is in tier 1, it's barely...
I really want to go back to my roots and take this down a peg or two. But when shit like this happens, I refuse to drink the copium. So in less than 100 years, the RAF stance has gone from saved us in the Battle of Britain, couldn't have done it without our brave boys, to, yeah, those who gave up their lives, white men. Useless. Useless white male pilots. For those who didn't get the memo, white men applying to the RAF were described as useless white male pilots in leaked emails from the RAF recruitment. And of course, this is not the first time that this has been leaked. In August last year, RAF recruitment head refused unlawful order to prioritise women and ethnic minorities over white men, leaked email reveals. The group captain, whose subsequent resignation was revealed by Sky News, told her boss in an email earlier this month that she was not willing to allocate slots on RAF training courses based purely on a specific gender or ethnicity, according to a copy of the message seen by Sky News. Well, I salute that woman. Like I say, this was back in August last year. Now, I don't trust Sky News, as we all know. I'm willing to bet this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's probably a lot worse than they're actually letting on. And this is no disrespect to any of the squaddies or ex-squaddies who follow me. I've got nothing against you. I'm merely highlighting and criticising, rightfully I think, one of the institutions that is supposed to defend us if we are ever attacked. And instead, they are openly discriminating. Can you imagine it? Useless white male pilots during the Battle of Britain. Why would we need them? They don't fill the quota. That's essentially their attitude here. A number of selection boards to place new recruits on courses, a crucial part of maintaining the fighting strength of the RAF, were also cancelled if they did not include women or ethnic minorities, according to the messages. So if we had a full roster, there were no women and minorities, for argument's sake, but they're all more than capable, it doesn't matter. Bin the entire thing. Again, it's not like we've got a country to defend. Do you think the Russians and the Chinese are doing this? Do you think the Ukrainians are doing this? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me considering this does originate from America and they are getting a lot of American money. Armed forces. Do we actually need them if they're not diverse? That's the official position of the RAF, basically. I mean, the one saving grace that Western militaries have is technology. Especially the British. We have the best technology. However, the technology is only as good as the person who is controlling it. It can also be revealed that the RAF is paying £5,000 each to 31 white men, a total of $155,000 dues, who it found had been unfairly disadvantaged by a recruitment policy that, under the leadership of Air Chief Marshal Sir Mike Wigston, the head of the RAF, sought to boost female and ethnic minority ratios in the Air Force, according to a defence source. Further review indicated hundreds more had been disadvantaged, the source said. Unfairly disadvantaged is putting it lightly. They have been discriminated against. We also had a statement from the RAF back in February this year. At no point did the RAF recruitment process select ethnic minorities and female pilots over better qualified white pilots. Then why are you paying out £155,000? The error, which we have corrected and apologised for, was fast-tracking approximately 150 women and ethnic minority recruits who had already passed all selection standards onto earlier initial training courses. Yeah, Mike, they found you doing this. You were fast-tracking people who were less qualified than others based on their gender and their race. And the leaked documents show the mindset that you had when you did this. The way you are talking about white males is actively hostile. And just in case you thought it couldn't get any more embarrassing, this chap has a tendency to block anybody who criticises him. So if at any point World War III does kick off, or Russia decides to declare war on the UK because he's had enough of Rishi Sunak giving Ukraine money and weapons and equipment, we can expect the RAF to put out some recruitment things to say, right, we need fighting age men, whatever. I think I speak for a lot of people where my response will be, go F yourself. No. I refuse to fight for this. It's not worth fighting for. Again, this was back in 2022. So here we have Air Commodore Joe Lincoln, MBE. She would like to course load any women and ethnic minorities in those priority professions that are ready, even if the EA candidates are not first past the post. The RAF is committed to increasing diversity and hence we need to sequence the inflow into our service. And this is all happening under the Tories. Just destroy all of this. So it really doesn't surprise me when an American general turns around and says that the UK is no longer a reliable ally, where this ideology of discriminating against people who try to join the military, but because you put positive in front of discrimination, it's good, as opposed to just hiring the best and brightest and most capable for the job, regardless of race or gender or sexuality or ethnicity, like you would in a Western liberal democracy, which is what the United Kingdom is supposed to be. But instead we are actively discriminating against our own citizens for the sake of ticking boxes which I would guarantee the vast majority of women and ethnic minorities who are in the RAF or who are joining the RAF are completely against as well.